Focus is the eye of the heart. Where your eyes rest, your life leans. Matthew 6:22 through 23. Whatever has your attention has your permission. Your life is shaped more by what you repeatedly think about than what you occasionally do. Meditate on these things, guys. If you want to be skilled and successful, and you actually want to have breakthrough, you actually want to achieve a goal, it's going to take determination, focus, resilience. So I'll read that one again because it's very powerful. Your life is shaped more by what you repeatedly think about than what you occasionally do. Focus is the steering wheel of your soul. Decisions follow direction, and direction comes from vision. You move toward what you magnify. Just like a camera zooms in, focus amplifies either faith or fear. Thoughts are seeds, and focus is the soil. What you meditate on, you multiply. It's powerful. Your focus is your fertilizer. It nourishes whatever you plant, peace or poison. Fixing your mind is like setting a thermostat. Your life rises or falls to what you set it on. Colossians 3:2. What you feed grows. If you feed your faith, you will starve fear. If you feed your lust, your discipline dies. Decision making is the fruit of inner meditation. So true. The longer you dwell, the deeper the roots. Focus becomes a mental highway. The more you travel it, the easier it becomes to go there automatically. So true. If your thoughts are a river, focus is the current. It determines the direction you'll drift. You can't change your destination without changing your focus. Focus is like a lens. Blurry vision leads to misguided steps. The more you get organized and orderly, the more understanding you have about how to get there by planning. That's you equipping yourself and planning for success. Being prudent doesn't happen by accident. You're never gonna get to a destination by accident. You're gonna get there because you put forth the effort, the energy, the focus, the discipline it takes to plan for success, and you formulated a plan and then you execute it. That's how it is with everything in life, even with the things of God. You don't get close to God overnight. You get too close to God because you set yourself up for that. You set time apart for your secret place. You meditate on things above. You pray. You fast. You diligently seek His face. It doesn't happen just because it just sporadically happens. It happens because you set it in motion to happen and you didn't allow distractions to take you away from it. So you have to fight for it and you have to guard it and protect it. That's how it is with anything. Don't A lot of the time when you have a dream, don't people try to crush it when they say no, you want to be an actor? Are you kidding me? You an actor? That's it. They're already trying to crush it and steal it. So what do you got to do? Guard it and protect it, steward it, fertilize it, speak life into it, and then appropriate the steps to actually doing it. Right? Some things are micro steps where it's like it's a small little details that's gonna get you to take that leap of faith later on. So, like for example, you don't leave a job not having another job lined up, right? You set yourself up for success. So when you take that leap, you have everything mapped out because you prudently thought about everything that could go wrong, and so you're not just going on a whim, right? It will ultimately take faith to take the leap, anyways, but you ought to do your part of being disciplined and careful of how you approach everything. Your focus reveals your appetite. The flesh longs for comfort, the spirit craves truth. A double minded man is unstable. Focus anchors you. James 1 8. The enemy doesn't have to destroy you, he just has to distract you. Focus determines fire. What you stare at long enough starts to burn inside of you. Temptation grows where focus lingers. Eve didn't fall because of the snake, but because she saw the fruit was desirable. Genesis 3:6. Like Peter walking on water, when you shift your gaze, you sink. Focus is the compass in the fog. Even when life is unclear, direction brings clarity. Your feet follow your eyes. Where you look is where you'll live. Focus is spiritual alignment. Just like a car pulls left or right when misaligned, so does your life. What you focus on becomes your default decision making. A lot of our life is autopilot. It's what we believe is how we react to when life strikes. It's your belief system on the inside, right? And so you gotta rewrap systems on the inside according to how you want to live on the outside, because everything is a reflection on the outside of how you look on the inside. The belief system rules your life. Focus is fuel. It energizes what you value. Belief system rules so much so that Jesus made it the pillar, the foundation of how you get saved. If you believe, he said, that I died for your sins and rose from the dead, you shall be saved. Believing is the cornerstone of your life. Everything you believe is a portrayal of your life. Because if you didn't believe, you wouldn't want to live in that life. Something is cooperating with that reality. Attention is currency. You spend it daily, invest it wisely. Can I read that one again? Attention is currency. You spend it daily, so invest it wisely. That's for your future. Distraction is spiritual pickpocketing. It robs you while you're looking the other way. Focus is not just what you look at, but what you look past. Endurance, that's a good one. Focus is not just what you look at, but what you look past. The obstacle in front of you, focus will say, no, but I'm trying to get over there. That's my vision. Right over there. I got to get there. You're in the way. You're not going to stop me. But I'm focused over there. So I'm gonna deal with you, right? That's focus, right? Distract. Imagine a distracted person sees an obstacle, being pulled over here, being pulled over there, having voices in their head, having so many people rule their life. As soon as they see a distraction, they're gonna pull out a chair and just take a seat and say, "Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it." Is that the truth? No, they can do it. They're not focused. So when you're focused, you figure it out because you're trying to get somewhere. Man, when I was a drug addict and I didn't have a car to get what I wanted, and sometimes I walk, sometimes I'll hitchhike, sometimes I do crazy things, right? I didn't have it. Why? Because I was focused on getting what I needed or wanted at that time. Now that was for something bad, toxic. That was for negative stuff. But it works the same way with positive and with the things of God. If you want to reach an altitude with the Lord, you got to focus on how to get there. Have a vision. What do you want to be like? Who do you want to be a representative of on earth with your limited time here on earth? What do you want to do? What do you want to be remembered for? Right? Scrolling steals your life, not just your time, your life, because it's every day on top of hour, and you're building a life of just voidness. There's nothing there. It's empty. Entertainment is the exchange there. It's like, no, you're made more for this. You're made for more, right? And in a way that a perspective that you might take something from it, like imagine that somebody told you you're going to Earth, right? And in your life, you have infinite potential. You could become whatever you want to be, and it's going to take discipline. It's going to take courage. In some instances, it's going to take hard work, but you can manage it. You can do it if you so choose to do it. You can do it. But then at the same time, the same person tells you, but guess what? You're going to spend your life on the phone, scrolling, looking at other people live their life while you don't live yours. You're gonna You would be disappointed. You would be heartbroken. You would be say, "What do you mean? That's how I'm gonna spend my life? I don't want that. I want to live my life." You would fight to live your life. But why in reality don't you do that? So you become what you behold. Fix your eyes on Christ and reflect him. 2 Corinthians 3:18. Focus shapes your identity. Gaze determines growth. Jesus often withdrew to focus on the Father. Solitude sharpens his spirit. Luke 5:16. Focus is the filter of the heart. It reveals your true priorities. It's true. Discipline flows from devotion, and devotion is maintained by focus. Purposeful focus leads to powerful decisions. Focus helps you say no to good things so you can say yes to God things. You can't build a strong life with scattered bricks. Focus is the mortar. The power of one thing can change everything. Psalm 27:4. Focus turns potential into power. That's a good one. The battlefield is in the mind. Focus determines the victor. Focus is a weapon. Aim it. Don't just look, lock in. Satan blinds minds before he binds lives. Satan blinds minds before he binds lives. He needs your cooperation. Clarity comes from communion. The more time with God, the clearer your vision. Focus unlocks foresight. You begin to see what God sees. Your habit, your habits mirror your focus. Repetition forms reality. Focus is the hinge that swings open new season. Your future lives in your current focus. Your future lives in your current focus. Whatever you're sowing, you're going to reap it in the future. Focus helps you hear from God. A noisy mind misses his whisper. You change your life not by force, but by focus. Because what rules your attention will rule your direction.